of USA, Day of Best Country, was defeat of No-No Germany, was defeat of Communist Russia, and helped defend Ukraine against Russian invasion. Best ally ever.
Be no German. Be no German. Be no German. Be no German.
Huh? Wait, what's going on here? USA, what are you doing with Ukraine? Not enough minerals. Korea, I'm in need of hugs. Also, a lot more weapons. Poland with a full 180. They certainly loved us before, but I'm not so sure right now. We obviously helped to revive them during World War II by defeating Germany. We then helped end the rule of the Soviets over Poland during the Cold War. Finally, we were providing a whole lot of weapons and material to Ukraine to fight against Russia. However, as of recently, that hasn't really been the case. Now I am curious, like, is Poland actually mad? I didn't think about that. Oh, actually, yeah, they do kind of seem a little bit pissed. And remember, Poland has been on the front lines this entire time. If Russia had completely annexed Ukraine, Poland would be the biggest country next to them. They also really aren't afraid to push that Article 5 NATO button. He who becomes friends with Russia instantly becomes enemies with Poland. Poland shaking hands with Korea, willing to space. I do like that it was these two countries chosen to finish off the comic. South Korea has also been pretty pro-America. Dare I say the country that's most pro-America in Asia? Either them or Japan, Philippines, Taiwan. I'd say Korea's gotta be up there. We here in the US are putting Poland in an awfully awkward situation. Wait a second, are we the new Italy? I never liked being buddy-buddy with USA anyways. Will we ever make our #1 fan happy again? Give me 500 billion. No, it wasn't in the agreement. Surrender to Russia. Nope. I'll fight alone then. Why don't you freaking obey me? Will you defend me? No. Are you okay, America? Okay, buddy. I'll help you take Mariupol if you give me 500 billion. 100. That's a deal. Cowabunga. Are you okay? Asks the EU. Yes, I think he's fine. How did you manage to convince him? I just kept saying no. I don't know how it works yet. Damn, I need some vodka. No, I need American eggs. No, I need... Is this making fun of the fact that the US is a little bit, well, bipolar? We have some sort of disorder, that's for sure. It's constantly changing our minds about things. Seems like every 4 years, or every time we get a new president, we're drastically changing opinions. And that's how we've been doing it since 1776, baby. I actually wouldn't be surprised at all if for some reason the US just decides, you know what, let's just invade Russia instead. It could all start like tomorrow for all we know. I thought the USA was kicked in the balls in the second panel in Countryballs. Oh, it does actually look like something like that might have happened. I suppose this is what interesting times means. Ladies and gentlemen, long ago a Chinese philosopher uttered an interesting curse, may you live in interesting times. Multiple comments saying this is aged like milk. Okay, I'm assuming this was posted before the Trump-Zelensky meeting. Who really knows though at this point? Just know we like to change our opinions pretty fast. Real quick before we continue, I actually made a mistake recently. There's still only a couple days to get Texas Ball or California Ball. I obviously put these guys up a little bit earlier than I expected. My bad. Actually, chances are very high if you're watching this right now, these are already sold out and they're done. That would just mean you can now get access to France and Prussia. These guys are gone, but yeah, these ones will never come back, so just let me throw these out, okay? Finally, if you're really enjoying these longer videos and you want to see more, the best way to show me to give you more is by hitting that sub button if you haven't already.
And their exit polls for die general election is that the biggest party is their next session is der Bundestag gonna be the party that says they're gonna deport all Australians and migrants
from die daddy land. Feels good to be back.
Nah, die other one.
Aww. Not today, Germany. Maybe some other time, but not today. No, it seems like the entire world is just waiting for Germany to go into the Reich-Tangle mode again. We've pretty much been waiting for this for more than like 70, 80 years. We probably won't ever stop. Maybe they'll do it when we least expect it. Germany just recently had an election. The center-right union with the CDU with their inbred Bavarian equivalent won the most seats without the majority, meaning they get dibs on forming the next government. I'm going to steal inbred Bavarian equivalent. Auschwitz denied. I did also like Die Daddy Land. Sounds so much better than the fatherland. Nice summary of what went down there. How Koreans draw East Asians. How Chinese draw East Asians. How Japanese draw East Asians. There seems to be a theme here. Well, I guess the bright side is it's very easy to find out where the artist is coming from. What exactly is their country of origin, basically. I wonder why this is. Meanwhile, Westerners, yeah, and everyone else draws themselves anime style. But honestly, at this point, what country is not drawing themselves in anime style? Can confirm, LMAO. I swear this old Korean comic depicting East Asians exactly like this, though I don't remember where it did the thing. You left out best Korea. Shameful. Oh no, it's time for Gulag. It's the 1920s. Speaks Japanese. No, Nam speaks Korean. It's the 2020s. Wow, such an interesting language. Basic Japanese. Bruh. 100 years does a lot to MFers. And in a way, you could extend this way beyond just the Korean peninsula. The Japanese Empire was trying to make basically the entire world speak Japanese 100 years ago. Japan be like, I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it. The truth is, the more you force someone to do something, the more refusing they will be. Wow, so literally me when doing the dishes. That's me even like learning history, but in like a classroom setting. Like I didn't like to do history in school. I don't like to do anything in school, actually. The difference is freedom of choice. As a Korean, they teach that in school, lol. They also teach Chinese in school now. Know that from personal experience. Love the fact that Korea's flag was scribbled onto Korea. Yeah, they was really trying to do that to everyone, just scribbling on the red circle in the middle. Why am I thinking of that 1980s song, I'm Turning Japanese? This song feels like it has a whole different meaning when you think about it from a historical standpoint. Is yous happy the Soviet Union collapsed? Absolutely, responds Finland. Sure am, says Ukraine. Guess so, replies Kazakhstan. Not really, said by this country I'm blanking on. The Soviets collapsed? Belarus, always out of the loop. I wonder why specifically Belarus. There's actually a couple different countries they could have used here. Kazakhstan would have been good. They were the final member of the USSR. They were the USSR by themselves for like 4 days. And there's also the very strange case of Transnistria. They straight up just think they still are the Soviets, which is an absolutely wild place. Belarus is basically the last true vestige of the Soviet Union. In fact, post-Soviet LARP is so strong that their intelligence agency is still called the KGB. Okay, wait a second. How many places are still LARPing as the Soviet Union? Transnistria, hey, I'm still here and I can hear you. Oh, this is Tajikistan, my bad. Been a minute since I've seen these guys in the wild again. Meet the post-Soviets and Singapore for some reason. Life is better under us, you know. Piss off. Life is better under us, you know. Piss off. Stupid imperial puppet. Stupid imperial puppet. Death to the red, white, and blue empire. Wait a minute. Ukraine looking at Algeria right now saying, you know, you and me are not so different. I would say out of all the African countries formerly a part of the French Empire, absolutely Algeria is the biggest ops. I mean, they literally caused the entire Fourth Republic of France to completely collapse just single-handedly. It's also interesting just to see how similar the French flag is to the Russian flag. I mean, I guess I kind of always known that. It's easy to tell they both are red, white, and blue, but they're both tricolors, just France is, you know, vertical. This is horizontal. They also have to deal with annoying neighbors that tend to be a bit more pro their colonial overlord from the past. To be fair, I think Morocco is just more pro-France because they absolutely despise Spain. That's my guess anyways. There's even sizable Algerian population in France and a Ukrainian one in Russia, except for the fact that the French are definitely not trying to retake Algeria. Fun fact, Algerians love Putin because he fights America, which supports Israel. I ship them now. More like than I think anyone thought. Oh no, it's Hungary and Ukraine looking at, I think, a fetus? I'm afraid you'll have conjoined twins. Aw, look at them make it work. They might be conjoined, but they sure are beautiful. The joke here is that these conjoined twins actually made the nation of Seychelles. Their flag, which includes the Ukrainian blue and yellow, and then Hungary's red, white, and green. That's pretty clever. I've actually not seen this joke be done before. It works pretty well just because these countries border each other too. Wait, do they? Wait, yeah, they do. Just barely. Ukrainian and Hungary, unlikely. I think people were talking about how the marriage would never work, but you know, you never know. Maybe opposites attract or something. It should be Hungary and Romania to create Seychelles. Oh, because, technically this is the Romanian flag if you give them the red. Oh, I guess that would work a little bit better, but it doesn't matter. It's just kind of funny because also two countries that are right next to each other. This is how these random little islands came to be, I guess. Yo, this war of yours is taking way too freaking long. Let's talk about ending it in Oil Arabia. Peace dealings in Oil Arabia. Russia-Ukraine talks. You have not invited. Oh, well, that's awkward. To be fair, Ukraine, none of the Europeans, I think, were invited either. None of the other NATO members to this whole thing. Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen anymore with all the recent news. There won't just be a deal between Russia and the USA only. But this whole thing is changing literally daily, so I don't really know what the new update is going to be. Kind of reminds me of World War II. Context, the USA and Russia are talking about the war in Ukraine in Saudi Arabia, and Ukraine was not invited to the meeting that involved them. Yeah, familiar scenario. This is like a World War II reference. Czechia and Slovakia, first time? Sounds familiar. Let me check a book about the late interwar period. Something Munich Agreement. At this point, I know I've said history repeats itself like millions of times, but here we are. Hey, Canuck Fricker. Sell me eggs. I'm running out. I know you got lots, you greedy prick. Sure thing, buddy. Wouldn't want a big, strong boy like you to starve, would I? Fresh Canadian eggs. 12-pack. Wait, they're all brown eggs? What's the problem, eh? I know you like the brown ones best, right? Not the brown ones. This is so stupid. Anyways, this reminded me of how like there's like all these TikToks and Instagram reels and YouTube shorts about like how in America, if you have like maybe like 2 or 3 cartons of eggs in your grocery cart, other people are gonna think that you're rich. That's how bad the situation's got. That's how expensive these damn eggs are. This is pretty dumb, but also pretty funny. I like this. I'm assuming this is about racism, but at the same time, I think this was me when I was like maybe 9 years old. Like, we can't eat the brown eggs. Those are gonna taste funny. There's something wrong with them, right? That's what my kid brain thought. I also used to think that same thing about wheat bread as well. How did it take us 250 years to figure out all we needed was eggs to lure the prodigy son back to the colonial family? Is the joke racism against egg color? I guess in that definition, I was egg racist back when I was 9. This person's never seen brown eggs before. Are brown eggs not a thing in the US? They're sold in yeah, I now buy brown eggs. I don't know about across the pond, but in the old world, the eggs are sometimes white and sometimes brown no matter the price, so I'm a bit confused about the US's. I feel like the brown eggs are more expensive here. Why does that? WTF does this even mean? Yeah, brown eggs are too DEI. Man, this subject really gets me going, doesn't it? Privet, my living punch buff friend, wanted war crimes. Consequences, follow the ICC. War criminal sanctions, centuries. But I'm the most important fuel from the Oros. I need to survive the winter. Where is France? Bonjour, my very lawful friend. Wanted war crime. Oh, wait, what the heck is this comic saying? I'm confused. It's called double standards. So we're comparing Russia to Israel. Mongolia has to almost rely on Russia and China. Somehow they are landlocked. I do agree the former Mongolian Empire is in a very, very unfortunate position. They are kind of forced to work with only their 2 neighbors. Wait, is there an ongoing diplomatic incident with Mongolia? Some people had the unrealistic expectations of Mongolia arresting Putin. Why would they cannot do that? Do they want their entire country just to be blown up by nukes? Did Netanyahu actually visit France, or is this just about Macron saying he wouldn't arrest him? Okay, something arrest people. And to here is being my renovated bathroom. Looks goodly, but and smelling mustiness. Mustard, responds Bulgaria. You have mushroom being under bath. What? What is this stuff? Why is it going over my head? That scares me. This is like drawn like a 1990s cartoon though. I like that. Not gonna lie, Mushroom Romani looks cute. Country mushroom. Romushroom is not real. He can't hurt you. This is a joke mocking Bulgaria and Romania's centuries-long persecution of the Romani people and treating them like pests. It's not mocking the Romani people themselves. We need more mushroom country thingies. We need the country mushroom subreddit next. All these balls looking inside? Oh, it's a map of Africa. This is the Berlin Conference, essentially. All the European powers carving up this continent except for the one spot that everybody wants, the Congo. You received the Congo. Evil Belgium noises. That's what we just witnessed. Don't let this face confuse you. They might look cute, but if you give them an African colony, they will do horrific things. Kind of funny because in this perspective, the European powers probably were expecting Belgium to be just like a great colonial power, or like more of a nice one, I guess. In order to separate the Germans, the French, the Portuguese, and the British, might as well give just little old Belgium all this territory right in the heart of the continent. It can act as a buffer state to keep all these powers away from each other so there's no incidences that occur. Oh, but there surely would be some incidences, Belgium. They look small, but they will do horrific things. King Leopold II made Congo, suboptimal for natives. That's a great way to put it. Who could have guessed that situation in the Congo would get out of hand so quickly? Congo aside, the craziest thing about the Berlin Conference is that Portugal requested that they receive the whole freaking continent for themselves, putting the 300-year-old treaty as evidence. That is my favorite fact about the Berlin Conference. Quoting a treaty they just made up of the world back 300 years earlier, they went in here unironically saying they wanted all of it. Portugal's cooked. Yeah, this chronicle is pretty depressing. I have to admit, Muslim minority, I'm very impressed of how very hard resistance colonialismo. What is your secret? Oh, just the usual. Strong determination and love for country. Circa early 1900s. Why are the bullets not working? It's like they're impervious. And isn't this kind of still affecting the Philippines to this day? The Southern Islands specifically. Members of the Moro tribe would pretty much do ritualistic funerals while they're still alive. Basically, they really could just, like, get shot, I guess? How exactly do I learn this ability? Oh, they were slowing down their blood loss, so they were able to just continue to be alive for as long as possible to do as much damage as possible. That's actually pretty genius. You learn something new every day. People always make fun of your eyes, Japan. Why you do that? Baka Polan son. Am not squinting. They are actually like this for evolutionary advantage reason. Oh? Watashi explained. See this bowl of ramen noodle? Imagine a long ago Japan caveman ancestor sees this ramen bowl, but not yet invented chopsticks to eat it yet. How he eat? Will ancestors starve? Well, boom, extra pair of chopsticks. All Asian people can do this. Fascinating. Well, that was kind of horrifying. What the hell is this? Why did you do this? This is so cursed. That's not where I expected this comic to go, but all right. Literally anything is possible in the Countryball universe. You can use your eyes as chopsticks, apparently. And I can see if Poland tried to do this, this would not be quite as effective. What are you going to be able to do with circles? This is funnier than it should be. Yeah, absurd humor. Do you just put him back? Am I not able to put him back? Maybe I need to learn that power first. What I got out of this comic is that death is preferable to eating ramen barehanded. I can't even imagine that. Talk about absolute just barbarian activities, just slurping up the noodles. Thank God they give you chopsticks now. I don't want to have to steal any of my friends' eyes. Talk about unreal life hacks I never knew about. Hungry, come quick. Something's seriously wrong with Polska. See? Oh my kurwa. You're right. Time's up. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed somehow. I know, right? 12-minute handstand. Good job. Sweet, responds Indonesia. Oh, that's, yeah. They're just doing handstands. Good workout. They did look very weirdly shaped here. Glad they got to put their hat back on immediately afterwards. So this is because the Indonesian and Polish flag are very similar looking. Only difference is Poland actually has the white strip on top. But of course, remember in the Countryball universe, Poland is drawn like Indonesia. It's like some sort of ironic joke and going on for like 15 plus years. Indonesia can move eyes up and down. 12-minute what stand? Yeah, it's even more impressive because it was handless. Poland is literally just Indonesia flipped. Same for Indonesia as well. And again, there's actually a lot of different country balls, and sometimes they're like state balls that can participate in these illusions. Love optical illusions in country balls. Has king take pawn? Oh no, is Poland gonna get the checkmate? Down with king. Oh, you should have done that, Poland. Never ever take a pawn as a king. You will trigger them to go revolutionary mode again. This is a basic summary of what happened during the French Revolution too. French saw monarchy, like, you know, beat down the poor little pawn people, and then they literally set off with their head. Reminds me of like historical chess. If you like played alternative version of chess, it's literally just a bunch of pawns taking the other king to the guillotine. But I actually feel like this is a more accurate version to play chess, the French Revolution edition. Also, apparently in the Countryball universe, France is just undefeated in chess. They are the GOAT. Comedy, Polish escape. I feel like we need like old 20s music or something. A basic summary of how Poland escapes during World War II. As long as they had their homie Japan to help them out. Can't exit Deutschland unless you have a friendly Japanese man to lead you away. It's not even just that. Oh, this is actually him inside of the box, so it worked. Wait, is this saying... Wait, was there actually a poll that was saying he was Japanese in the 1940s and they let him go? He just smiles. Oh, because that's like their ally. Oh, and then Poland's happy too. Oh, it's referring to specifically this Japanese man that helped certain Jews escape. It's so ironic because there's a lot of stories about how Germans in the Eastern Theater would help the Chinese escape from the Japanese Empire. It's weird how often things like that happen. You can use that same format, except it's a German helping Chinese escape the Japanese. Yet Japan had an interesting philosophy on the Jews compared to Germany. They thought, well, if the Jews are so strong and powerful, we should be friends with them. Pretty smart logic, I feel. You'll be sorry once you learn that I don't play nice on the ice. How dare you boo the Stars and Stripes? You're gonna be begging to become my 51st state. What? Be my 51st state, you unincorporated territory with no voting rights, no representation. Why the freak am I here? I'm just a ref. Wow, America and Canada are really going after one another. Even though they're brothers, they must despise each other. But nothing has ever rift us apart and separate we two. We're one big Nordic family. Aw, was it something I said? There's definitely a rivalry between Sweden and Finland, that's for sure. Sweden and basically all the Nordics, to be honest. Denmark doesn't like him either. I would say as of this year, though, the intensity of the rivalry, the new rivalry between the Canadians and USA has gone to a whole other level. This has been more of a slow burn for literally centuries, though. It's one of those long drawn out hatreds. So this was for the annual NHL All-Stars. This is one of the greatest decisions maybe the hockey league has ever done. We need to have more nation face-offs. Finland loves Sweden like one loves a brother or sister, not by choice, but out of necessity. Canada's win over the USA, they brought in over 16 million viewers. I'm not even a big hockey person, but I was following this. Glad to see there's a Countryball comic about it. I made AI chip. I make AI chip, but cheaper. I'll do tariffs on you. I do tariffs back. I'll get to the moon first. No, I will. Playing hard to get, huh? I'll win you over someday. day. America, where can I get more of this? Oh, is that Pepsi? Pepsi or yeah, the Soviets did like that. Is this referring to like the new Cold War 2.0 with China and talking about the old one with the Soviets? So basically we're in a new Cold War essentially, but this time with a different communist power, that's the Chinese. But it's like this weird cutesy uwu thing where they actually love China just like we maybe love the Soviets. I mean, if we have a space race, then that is like guarantee, you know, Cold War 2.0. This is going to be a very different Cold War though. It's going to function a lot differently than the one that took place at the end of the 20th century. This is the problem with the US. We're constantly thinking that we can fix any country around the world. When America and China marry, then the aliens will invade Earth. USA certainly has a type. We love being attracted to the communists. We like those like marriages, I think, that are very argumentative. Just like old times again. History repeats itself. I'm gonna say it again. Can't even get through a video without saying it twice. You're my colony now. You're inferior. No, I'm independent. You cannot Auschwitz me. Of shutting up. Thanks, yous forgive me so rich. I will continue to betray my nation for you. Nine problem. I can make sure that your descendants will be rich forever. Speaking Deutsch. Okay. Several decades later. Oh dear, it's good day to be rich and advanced clay in spite of war crimes and never being punished. Wait, Poland is now rich also? Germany, you think I can never enter rich? Wrong. Polska is no more poop poor. So, you have nothing to say to me, Germany? Guess I is sorry for my colonization of you, then. Well, I appreciate you finally making an apology, but it takes too long. Now you must give reparations. Germany? Oh, why you suddenly shift right? Evil Poland has tried to dominate my society. Danzig is Deutsch. I did nothing wrong. I poor victim of war. About 20 years later, hey Poland, why don't you forgive Germany and get along now? Why not despise them so many? No, why should I forgive them? Germany, no apology and reparations. Gosh, you're still holding a grudge. They've already apologized. What else do you want more? Yes, please, Poland, you and Germany are the same team. We should be together. May God bless you, holy saint. God save her. What? Remove Poland, remove. To watch a film comic about Deutsch glory war. Meanwhile, in a parallel universe, come to our shrines and to pray for our war. Watashi means gods. Remove. Watch film and manga about the Imperial Japanese. Oh, meanwhile, over here with South Korea sign. So this is trying to show, well, the current German and Poland relations and maybe why it's still a little bit so spicy. I do like the end panel talking about like if we saw the same thing in Asia with South Korea and Japan. The attitude of Germany towards their war crimes is the same as that of Japan in real world. Oh, okay, I get it. While people in Poland ball community are generally well aware that Japan committed a lot of bad war crimes in WWII, there's still people that Japan should be forgiven. They've already apologized or yeah, things like this. That's interesting because I did see this part with the much comfort. I did think of Korea. I just thought it was like a weird, I don't know, mistake for the, I don't know. I just didn't think it was gonna be that historically accurate, but it's Poland ball, you know. But yeah, that part there made me think of Japan and Korea. Korea and Poland, the most similar countries. South Korea, apologize now. Japan, no, with their flag. The thing is, Poland does still ask Germany for reparations. That's what kind of threw me off. It's complicated because yeah, Germany and Poland do still to this day have like a tough situation, but it's certainly not as tough as South Korea and Japan still. And they're in a very different situation, obviously, over there in Asia where they have this growing, super massively powerful China, like both on their doorsteps. So they're really forced to play nice with each other. They don't really have any other option. Very fascinating parallel universe. Like I said, if you're watching this video, check out that makeshift link down below to see what plushies are still around if Texas and California are gone, or if you want these, check out these, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And big thanks to the people who donate to me on Patreon. I'm Drew, and I identify as an Alabamian supremacist. We're coming for you, Mississippi. Drew's Argentinian Trust Fund. Rip Grandpa. Alexander the Terrible. aPhatNarwhal. Carmel S. Pavlik. Fredrik Tibblin. KingBearHaze. KirinoIsBestGirl. LuxembourgLover. The Nolan. If you'd like your name Tambre. Here, go check out that link to Patreon down below.